Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me. Before we get started, all the housekeeping notes, all the product I used, and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. Also, there's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. There's my email address if you have any questions. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and help me grow in YouTube world. Today we're going to be using the Joy of Christmas suite. No, Joy of Christmas suite is on 28, 29, 30, and 31. We're going to use elements of it. And so I wanted to show you a few pieces of it. Today we're going to be using, mostly out of here, a couple greetings and a couple dies from this set and one die from this set today. And the paper is beautiful. This first one, can't remember the name of it. That's terrible, isn't it? This is Joy of Christmas, of course. And there's some beautiful paper in here. I'm just going to thumb through here real quick. Just very Christmassy. A lot of wood grain. I love wood grain and checks. I think this is beautiful. So that part there is Joy of Christmas. Okay, the next part is there's two paper packs in this set. The other one's called Joyful, and this is, you get 2 sheets of each, so 8 total. It is gold foil with Cherry Cobbler, gold, and shaded spruce. I didn't tell you the colors of the other one. It's Cherry Cobbler, real red, olive, old olive, shaded spruce, pecan pie, and pebble bath. Sorry. Anyhow, this has got gold on it. Let's see if I hold it up so you can see it. There you go. Very pretty, and it's white on the back. We have musical notes in red, and better put it this way so it's the right way up. We have a wood grain with gold, and then we have a plaid with gold. Very pretty paper, and we're going to be using some of that as well. So what we're making today, to you and yours. And this is the card we're making. It's quite sparkly. Just a real simple little card. So let's get started. We need to do some die cutting and some stamping. So I think we'll start with our die cutting. As soon as I get some pieces. We're going to need some gold foil and you're going to need some Glimmer paper. Now I know this is the Adhesive-backed. I know it's sold out already. Sorry. But I know many of you got it, and a lot of you probably have gold Glimmer paper laying around that you've had for years. If you don't, you could use, if you don't have foil, you could use all Glimmer. If you don't have Glimmer, you could use all foil. Or you could just use another color cardstock. It's whatever you want. So we'll need a couple pieces of those. And I need a piece of that beautiful paper out of the Joyful set, and that is approximately 4 1/4 by 3 3/4, and we're going to be die cutting this. This is not square, it's actually just an approximate size. Okay, and then the other thing we're going to be die cutting, I'll get to that in a second. I'll show you that. Getting ahead of myself. So let's get Otto out of here. The first thing we're going to die cut is this. This is out of the Christmas Classics. Beautiful thing. It barely fits through. If you twist it a little bit, you can't get it through your mini. I decided I really didn't want to fuss with that. So I just grab Otto, because I figure we cut a couple things at once. And we're going to cut this out of this beautiful paper. Set that right there. And then out of the gold, this one is out of the Christmas Classics as well. It's a nice holly leaf. I do need to split this a little bit though. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to lay it across here where I want it. We'll get one of those. And this one, this is why I brought in the Joy of Noel. This is a sprig of pine needles, and it was in the Joy of Noel set. Just cut that off as well. And top plate. backing up for a reason. Oh, it'll be okay. My one holly leaf shifted and then it just shifted back, so it should be fine. So here's our holly leaf, and the center pops out. And the center pops out when it wants to. There it goes. So there's one of our holly leaves. And this is, I'm just gonna get it out of this thing, right? It's there, and we'll peel that off in a little bit. Because it does have the adhesive on it, so it's better to leave it on the adhesive for now. And then this, out of this beautiful paper. I'll set that over there. And I'm gonna pop out a couple pieces. Not much to pop out, just a couple things that didn't, well, that side all popped out. So that's what that looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we'll set that over there out of the way. Now we do need 2 more leaves. The paper off my plate before I try to do the next leaves. We need 1 more of the silver, or the gold, I'm sorry. And I do like to cut them small to the paper size I need, because when you run it through and you've got some scoring on here, it'll actually transfer to the foiling. So cut off the piece you need. This glimmer won't make any difference, but the foil it will. Now we'll put those on and plate. There's that one. Just slide him off. We'll clean him up in a minute. And there's our other leaf. And we'll set him there for a second. Now the other thing you need to die cut is a Cherry Cobbler label with this one here, which I've already done. I actually cut a couple when I was doing the first card, and so I'm not going to repeat it. So let's get this out of here. Get some of this mess out of my way here. So we can finish making the elements of our card. So we have this nice piece. We have 2 of the large hollies out of gold. I'm going to pop these out. Now, if the backing comes off when you're doing this, stick it on your silicone mat until you're ready to use it. But I got it out. Now, there's a couple pieces still in here that you do have to poke out. And sometimes if you, I'm going to wait until we take the backing off, because sometimes they'll just pop right out. It's just easier that way. And we will leave all that for later. So there's the backing on. If you didn't have the backing, I'd go ahead and clean them. But since I've got the backing still on there, I'm going to leave them alone. So we have those pieces. The next thing we need to do is we need to heat emboss this little piece here. So I'm going to grab a stamping mat, a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to grab our sentiment, which is Season's Greetings. I'm going to grab my Versamark, my gold. Got my heat going ready here. Gold embossing powder. Yeah, and it looks chalky when you do it, but we can wipe it off after we're done. It'll be just fine. It's better than having static, or you can tap off a little bit. Yeah, we're going to do our first mark. And this fits in here, and I'm trying to keep my head out right inside this. just like that. That looks good. Set that out of our way. And then I will pick this up gently and put my gold embossing powder over this. That looks good. Get this paper out of my way. Move this. If you hear somebody outside my door, I do. We may have to let her in, but we're not doing that until after I heat emboss. This can get a little loud, but set it off, let it heat up for just a second before you hit this. And then the magic happens. Just like that. Now, if you do have a little bit of powder, and you can see it there, just take a little soft cloth, paper towel, a little microfiber cloth, and just brush it off, and it's nice and clean and beautifully embossed. Okay, I think we are ready to start building the card now. So let me get the rest of the pieces over here. We have our envelope. Oh, we do have a little more stamping. This is a piece of Cherry Cobbler. This is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. This is another piece. This is a piece of the Joy of Christmas paper. It's the one with the leaves on the back. That is 4 and, I'll give you the right measurements. It's 4 by 5. Am I giving you the wrong measure? It's 5. I am giving you the wrong measures. It's 5 1/4 by 4. Like I said, all the dimensions are listed below. So, and we do have a piece that is 5 1/4 by 4 that we're going to stamp for the inside. So let's do the rest of our stamping. The envelope will need a mat. We're going to use Cherry Cobbler ink. To yours and you and yours. Very simple. And this is the inside of our card, and this is a horizontal card. And yes, this is red rubber, and I'm stamping on this. Stamping on this mat with red rubber works just fine too, and sometimes it's easier than switching. Sometimes I think we almost get a better impression. Not always, but sometimes. And I think I better open the door before she scratches all the fresh paint off. Just one moment. That door was just painted, so. Come on in, Shasta. I thought it was Smokey. It's Shasta. Hello, Shasta. Are you going to be a good girl and stay out of the blinds? Shasta, if you don't remember, is my little black and white kitten. She's the one that wants to eat the blinds all the time. So this is going to go on the inside of our card. Grab some glue. This would be an easy card to mass produce. You just make all the elements and then sit down and put them together. And Cherry Cobbler is my favorite red. I know all of us get our favorite colors, but Cherry Cobblers, if I pick a red, this would be my favorite. Now it's going to go on there like that. Next we need this piece here and the piece we embossed. That's going to get glued right on the front here. You're already bored, huh? She's looking like me. What is there to do in here, Mom? I'm going to so we glued that on there, and that's going to go in the front here, and it is going to get popped up on dimensionals. We're going to put our sprigs in after we do this. That should be enough. Okay, make sure the card's going the right way and our sentiment's going the right way, and pretty much in the center of the card. Like that. Okay. Next, we're going to come in with the gold, and I'm going to run the gold out like that. So we're going to wrap those two pieces, and this one will come in like this, sort of running underneath, but still sticking out. You make it further if you want. I actually like it out further. And we're just going to use a little glue on this. Doesn't take much. And we'll slide this one under there. I actually like sticking out a little further, I think. Drag it. Don't drag your glue through there. It will dry clear, so it's okay. There we go. The last, almost second to last thing we have is the little pieces here. So first off, if we pull off the backing, that will take out some of them sometimes. Nope, not this time. But you have a few pieces you do need to pop out. Piece here. And two pieces there. Sometimes I think I like it better without the adhesive. But then we're going to stick this one coming this direction. Right about there. Make sure that you're still inside your card before you push down, so it's sort of in back of that flower or the leaves. Let's try punching some of this out before I take the glue off. Okay. And we'll peel this one. Oh, that one much better. And then we'll put this one, tuck it under here. Make sure that you're inside the card layout, like that. Get some of this away. Well, she found her blanket and my jacket, and she's curled up on him. So she's being a good girl. Now I have some bling to go on here. There it is. These are the iridescent pearls. I wanted something white to help show off a little more of the white there. So I thought the iridescent pearls would be good. And I'm going to grab a small one, put it up here, a small one down here, and we'll put this one here. And that is our card. Like I said, it was a fast, easy card. And somewhere I have an envelope. Right there. So that is our card for today. I hope you give this a try. Or another version. Make a green one. Choose other papers. Just have some fun. You know, and DSP, you don't have to lay it all flat. You can cut it out and make it into shapes what you want it. So, everybody, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on Friday. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.